This video presentation discusses the spoken and written languages of Japanese. The differences between the spoken language and the written language are actually not as straightforward as one may suppose. The general understanding of the two languages is the following. When voice is used, it is a spoken language, and when a writing system is used, it is a written language. Examples of a spoken language are conversations, presentations at a conference, debate, and many other things. Examples of a written language are letters, emails, text messages, newspaper articles, novels, and other things. In the next few pages, we will discuss some similarities and differences between the two languages. In order to compare the spoken and written languages of Japanese, we need to consider many things, such as the reason, purpose, or situation for, or in which people talk or write. The purpose or the situation of the speaking and writing determines the formality, which ranges from very casual to extremely formal. Let us first consider a very casual situation for speaking and writing, in which case differences between the two are very few. Concretely, let us suppose that two good friends are talking or exchanging text messages. On this page, we will first consider the similarities of the two forms. For instance, most people use similar styles for writing text messages and talking casually. Some features of the styles are the use of short and fragmented phrases, incomplete endings, or contracted forms. Please see the examples on this page. Although talking casually and text messaging have many similar features, they also, of course, have some differences. When speaking, we use many different signals to communicate our emotions or intentions to the addressee. For instance, we may speak louder when we are surprised at something. We may also use facial expressions and body language to convey many different things. These things are communicated in text messages by forms of punctuation such as question marks, exclamation marks, and emojis. Using emojis in text messages is becoming increasingly common and even complex. When giving a public speech or a presentation at a conference, many individuals write their speeches and then read a script when making the delivery. This may be related to the time limitation given to the speaker and/or the demand for well-formed sentences to express thoughts. In such formal situations, it is clear that the script and the delivery of the content have very few differences. When making a speech, the speaker may use extra linguistic things, such as adding a pause between sentences, emphasizing some phrases or sentences by using different tones of voice, gestures, or in other things. And these things do not usually show in the script. But as far as the language use is considered, the difference is very small. Next, we will examine some situations in which differences of language use between the spoken and written languages of Japanese can clearly be observed. Let us use the differences of language use between discussing the social issue of gender differences in class and writing an assignment on the same topic. In the class discussion, we may observe sentences with quite a few deleted elements, incomplete sentences due to interruptions, and sentences with unusual structures due to afterthoughts. On the other hand, a written essay may contain fewer deleted elements and more completed, well-formed sentences. On the next page, we will see examples of the two forms. In this page, we can see some examples that show differences of language use between the two forms. Both examples are the opening sentences regarding the topic, namely the social issue of gender differences. The underlined parts of the first example indicate some features of the spoken language. These features are quite complex, and it is not the purpose of this presentation to explain each point here. All of these features are already explained as conversational devices in step 2 of several chapters of the grammar textbook. The written language in the second example consists of more concise and complete sentences. The speaker's thoughts are transformed into speech instantaneously, and this brief time between the two occurrences is one of the reasons why everyday speech contains incomplete sentences and fragmented elements. In speech, nonverbal cues can be also used for expressing things, and they are also used for comprehending speech. When writing, the writer can spend quite a bit of time between thought emergence and the actual writing. We can also make changes in the writing numerous times, and this editing and proofing makes sentences more complete, well-formed, and cohesive. It is important to point out that there is an infinite number of writing styles because there are many different genres of writing. A written language is used for emails, letters, reports, essays, articles, creative works, and many other things. Detailed discussion of each genre is beyond the scope of this presentation. It is, however, important to know that an infinite number of possible writing styles exist. It is not too difficult to point out differences in writing styles between academic articles and text messages that people send to their best friends. Even within the same genre, however, different writers have their unique writing styles. The difficult thing here is that no one can single out one style for each genre that everyone would agree to use. This is especially true of creative works like novels and poems. These facts reflect the complexity of human language. This concludes the current video presentation.